Okay, so have you measured the distance from running on the first movie and this movie?
The distance?
Yes.
No, but we thought about that. Someone said it yesterday. Someone asked if we wore like those Nike bands while
Yes.
we do it. And I immediately was like, no, but that's a missed opportunity. You know? I would love to know how many steps I take during one of these movies. It would be fascinating. And you know, you could wear it on the ankle or something. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a part of the outfit. No, so I don't know, but I can't tell. I honestly, it's such a blur. It's got to be. It has to be more on this one, I guess. I can't tell. I really can't. I did a lot in the first one too. It
Yeah.
could be, maybe it's just dead even. Let's go with that. Dead even distance.
Okay.
No, let's keep it going. This is the good stuff. This is authentic.
In 609.
This is authentic.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wanna cut cameras?
Let's go.
Yes.
Take it. Let's go handheld.
More moody.
Oh.
Okay. So let's pick it up.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So how would you describe Thomas' adulthood in this movie? Because the first one he was a teenager. Now he's like a leader of, not only of the Gladiators but a big people. You know, the Right Arms,
Yeah.
the other guys.
Yeah, I think what starts happening with Thomas, I mean, from the day he arrives in the Glade, something I always found really interesting about the part and what I love so much about the character is that he kind of grows up really fast. You know, I mean, it's almost expedited in just a week in a sense. He kind of reaches adulthood. I mean, he deals with the things in a few days that, like, you know, people don't deal with for years of their life, and it's all part of like certain things. It's all part of like growing and learning how to grow and be an adult, and you know, he suffers great loss, and I feel like it's such a quick transition for him. You know, it's like he's already a jaded like war vet. You know, it's kind of crazy, but it's only been like 5 days. Guy's gotta, you know what? Tell him to calm down. He's gotta.
Yeah, and what are the influences that Wes told you about the movie? Because there's been a lot of post-apocalyptic movies throughout the whole history of cinema.
Yeah.
Was it from Planet of the Apes, from...
No, I mean, I think, I don't know. I would like to say that it's completely its own thing, you know. And I remember on the first one we had comparisons and stuff that we would talk about. I'm trying to think though. To the core of it, the spirit of it. I mean, I feel it's first and foremost, it's a sci-fi movie, you know, and I think the humanity in the story is very Spielberg-esque, you know, especially with also Wes's style very much. So, you know, I feel like he's got so much Spielberg in him. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. What would he want it to be? I'm gonna call Wes. Hang on. How do you want me to describe the movie?
So, okay, so speaking of Wes, how much has he changed from the first movie to this one?
I mean, not a smidgen as a person, really. I feel like maybe it must have been smoother for him this time around. This was it's so interesting because like he's grown, you know, as a director, obviously. But this was such a more difficult shoot, you know, that I'm sure this was just then an entirely other different challenge on its own. He handles it flawlessly though, you know. I mean, you see what he does with these things. It blows my mind. It's just you know, he's one of the most talented guys in the world and that I'll ever work with, you know. What was the question again?
How much has he changed?
The light went out. He's I think what is amazing though is that he really, you know, as a person and how he kind of you know, the success of the first film, and that was his first ever feature film. I feel like it could be easy to, you know, become big-headed or, you know, all of a sudden alter the way you talk to people, or like come back at it with this attitude now of just like, oh, you know, I'm done with the, you know, polite stage of first time directing, and now I'm like, you know, gonna just do things my way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not like that at all. He's been the same as that guy who's always gonna be since day one, except he'll just constantly be learning more about what he does, you know, and he'll just, you know, he'll become better and better every time out, and And he's just the best energy of a person to have in a director, really.